I appreciate you, all your kind words, Harrison, and the way that you do show up. You show up for this community always whenever we need you. You step right in. So if you guys didn't know what he was talking about and you weren't on the call yesterday, I got called on when I plugged into this call just to receive. That's all I wanted to do, receive, be around my friends, be around the positivity. So a lot has happened within this last week, and I'm going to go through kind of my week. So our last topic, does anybody remember what we talked about last week? That pesky B word. Ooh, we talked about how life has got us so blessed. Alas, I saw the words coming out of your mouth, Daryl. We're switching that word with blessed because, yes, we always say we're so busy. Everything's got us so busy. I am one to keep my calendar full consistently. And if there's ever a block, I get excited because what do? There's something else I can fill into that calendar. I don't just sit on the couch, watch TV. I don't even have a TV, you guys. I don't have, you come into my house and you expect to watch TV and relax. That's not happening. I'm going to put you to work. But I see it as being blessed because we make these connections every day. We have family, we have friends. But what happens when life happens? What happens when we get derailed, when stuff just unexpected, when the unexpected happens? How do you pivot? And that is what happens in life in general, in business. We can't always know what the future holds and what it's going to look like. So just to share with you my week, I saw you guys last Tuesday, had an amazing call. I felt great after the call. Hopefully you guys did. I'm in an amazing mood. And I'm leaving McAllen, Texas to drive up to San Antonio, Texas. And that's about a 4-hour drive or so. And so I'm in my car listening to music. I'm driving. My sister calls. I answer. And she says, book your ticket. And I said, awesome. Where are we going? Yes, ma'am. I'm booking. Where are we going? Where am I booking it to? And she said, Grandma's not doing well. We need you here now. And I said, okay, enough said, done. No other words were spoken. I didn't have to call anybody. I didn't have to ask for permission. And that's a little bit about what we talked about yesterday is when I showed up. I showed up just to receive. My grandma did pass yesterday morning, right before the call. So it was really unexpected to speak to you guys, and I wasn't in my true form, my normal form, I should say, but I always say it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to share the bad because you guys have to know that some of these speakers, it seems like everyone's got it put together. Why is it that they're having so much success? Because they've got it put together. Everything's going right their way. They're just so lucky, and that's not the case. So I booked my flight first thing Wednesday. I'm driving. I call a friend and I said, hey, is there anything that leaves out of tonight? There's no other airports. I got to finish my way to San Antonio. That's the closest airport. I said, hey, is there anything out tonight? It would get me into LAX way too late. So I said, it's all right. Let's book the first flight Wednesday morning. So my car is parked at a hotel right outside the airport somewhere. And it's been there all week. I just parked, stayed the night, and I flew straight out first thing in the morning, landed at LAX at 8:30 in the morning. Bless my sister's heart. If you guys ever had to be in LA traffic at 8:30 in the morning, I make sure she doesn't have to do that. But it was the only, Harrison's like I have, it's the only flight. Nothing was going into Burbank. Everything was booked. And she said, let's do it. We got to do it. She spent 3 hours in traffic getting to me. I waited at the airport for an hour for her over. So she spent 3 hours. Straight from there, we saw Grandma. She was coherent. Everything was looking good. It was great. She knew who I was. She was responding with yes or no. We thought everything like, okay, cool. I'm glad I made it here, but it doesn't seem like I really needed to, just overnight. That's what happens sometimes. She was doing great. And then this weekend, my nephew graduated. He graduated high school. We're so excited and proud of him, the oldest nephew. So I come off this call and I'm on this high. It's amazing. And then just a couple hours later, I literally crash. I'm driving and my body just can't handle it, the emotions, and I start crying. And then I'm mad and I'm like, how come I didn't know Grandma was this bad? Why did it take such a bad turn? And now I'm angry. So I'm up here excited and then I just start bawling and then I'm angry and I want to hit somebody. Emotions take over and we can't control sometimes. And then I get here and I'm feeling great. Grandma recognizes me. She knows I'm there. She's happy to see me. Just her eyes, the way they lit up. And it was so great to her to know that I flew in to see her. It was an amazing feeling. And then the graduation, we're so happy. The family's getting together. We put a party on at my sister's house. There's 50 people here, which was also a blessing. You guys, everybody came into town to see my nephew, to congratulate him and for this party. But guess what? They were able to do as well as visit grandma, which was an amazing thing. We have such a great extended family. And while they were here, grandma's about an hour from my sister's house. They made sure they saw her driving in, driving out, whatever it was. And then my grandma really wanted to go to the party. And she was trying to get better. And we said, and she was about to be moved to a rehab facility to help her get stronger. She's like, okay, we're moving. They're going to discharge me. I can go see Gregory. She had her heart set for the longest time at being at this party and was so proud and excited. And she didn't make it. And then Sunday is when things took a turn and she started going downhill again. And me and my sister strongly believe she tried her hardest to get here. She tried her hardest to be alert and awake, to be here for my nephew and the family and see everybody. But then when everybody kind of was gone, then her body crashed and we did end up losing her. So in a week, you guys, the emotions are up and down and crazy. They're left, they're right, they're all over the place. And I'm going to say this again, how you do one thing is how you do everything, how you handle those emotions. And I said it, it's okay to have your moment, a bad moment. You can't have a bad day. Sit in that moment. Yesterday morning when I got called on, I was having a moment and that was difficult for me. But guess what? A couple hours later, I was fine. Today, I'm okay to be here with you guys. I'm not saying that you can't be sad. You can't be hurt. Any of these emotions, take them on, but then let them go. It is okay to let them go. And I say that because some of us are holding on to some of these emotions in business. We get hurt. Someone says no. And then what happens? And then we take the whole day off. Oh, we're just not feeling it. And I get it. When I get a no, sometimes it doesn't feel good. But we got to keep moving. We got to go through the motions. The kids had to go to school today. They went to school. We had a great day with the family, my sister's kids, and we had an awesome time yesterday. I was so thankful. It was a holiday weekend, so we got that time with them. And then my niece is actually, she got up early this morning and left to school, and I'm flying out today. What happens in life is going to happen, but how you react to it is how people are going to perceive you. And I see that so much with all the emotions going on here at home with my aunts and everybody. I am so unbelievably blessed for ACN because of the fact of all of our training. And I hope you guys don't sit on this just for knowledge. Knowledge is useless unless applied. If you guys receive this information from everybody the same way I have, you've been on the same calls, the same trainings, receive this information, put it into action. Change our words, change our habits, what we're doing. Because of this business, I have been able to control my emotions where I've seen some family, I'm like, man, okay, I get it. Their emotions are high. They're in a bad mood. My aunts are arguing at the hospital. And I'm like, oh my goodness, come on. But I could have been in the middle of that arguing with them. Like, you guys get out of the room, shut up, all the things. But to be able to handle those situations while other people are going through it too, that's what I've learned from this business. It's all the personal development. It's all the personal growth. How you do one thing is how you do everything. What we learn from here, if we implement that into our everyday life and vice versa, we're just going to skyrocket in every aspect of our lives, in every aspect of our business. So that's been a crazy week for me today. My calendar, like I mentioned, is always full. So what I have to do, what I have to pivot, excuse me, I had to rearrange some things. I had to get some people that I was meeting in person, either cancel, reschedule, get them on Zoom. So Wednesday, early morning, I fly out here, I see grandma, and I get a call and someone's ready to start the business. Business doesn't stop. Excuse me. So what do? I schedule an appointment. With a gentleman, get him enrolled in the business. We launch him. We get him accredited. We do all the things, and we schedule a PDZ. I can't do anything in person, so we schedule a meeting. I'm still here with family. I still don't know what's happening with my grandmother. My nephew is graduating. We have to prepare the house. So what do? I'm like, okay, I got to scout. Where can I go? I can't be here at the house. It's going to be hectic, crazy. People are going to be wanting to talk to me. I go to a Starbucks. I set up there. I make sure that the internet's ready, the background's clear. Like, I don't have any interruptions. It has to be professional. We're still professional. And then I call Mr. Trolley and I said, hey, coach, I need backup. Just in case anything happens, your co-host, mute me, turn off my camera. If you guys can't hear me, if the wind's too loud, if it's any sort of disruption, mute my camera and you're taking over. And so we work through the what ifs. Are you guys prepared for the what ifs, the pivots? Are you prepared? Are you ready? Think about these things. So I had Mr. Trolley on. I said, I'm not going to introduce you because you're my strong arm. I don't want people to know you just yet. You come in when you need to come in. So only come in when things are bad. I'm going to have the new rep. I've already coached him. Say, hey, you know what? It looks like Roxann's having some trouble, some difficulty, but I have the honor and privilege to have a regional vice president. I coached him how to edify Mr. Trolley, who he's talked to only once. But I had all that rolling so Mr. Trolley can take over and handle the presentation. And hopefully you guys don't hear the dogs. So all this is set in play while everything's happening with family, while everything's happening with grandma. We have a PDZ, and then he has, 4 people on the call. The very next day, he has more people he wants to introduce me to. And I'm like, all right, let's go. But I have to enroll Mr. Trolley and let him know what's happening. Like, hey, if I can't bring my energy, I need you to step in. He's been truly amazing. Do you guys have your backup plan? Do you guys know what happens when crap hits the fan? What's going to happen to your business, to your life? Do you have all this stuff already prepared? Be ready so you don't have to get ready. Have all this planned out for the what ifs. Now, I didn't have that what if something happened to grandma, but when first thing I got that call, I'm already planning. I'm already putting stuff in backup because the world doesn't stop spinning because my world stops spinning. You get me? That's true. Sharon's mouthing, she said, true, absolutely. Just because my world stops spinning doesn't mean the world stops spinning. So are you prepared? Now, because of what's happened, I want to create a little bit of, some activity, some vision. And I hope you guys are doing this with your teams, with your new reps. We talk about this all the time. Are you creating that vision? But to create that vision, do you have that vision? You have to have it first. It has to start with you. So I don't know if we are able to unmute. I want to pick on someone here. Who's someone that's fairly new-ish? Who can I pick on? I'm looking at people with open cameras, and these are the normals. All right. Marina, she's like, me, pick me. I would love it. I know you're driving, so be safe. Oh, she's unmuted. Perfect. So Marina, hi, how are you?
Hi, Roxann. How are you?
I am doing amazing. So I had a quick question for you.
Sure.
I want to ask you, if you had more time and more money, what would you be doing?
I would be traveling more and I would be helping more people.
I love that. That's amazing. Where would you travel?
I would go back to my country. And that's like my vision that I will help the village where I grew up in. I'm going to help the school because they need a lot of things. They need computers. They need a lot of technology. So I want to help them. And I want to visit my hometown and visit the cemetery where my parents are buried.
Oh, that is amazing. I always love visiting the cemetery where we lost loved ones. How long would you stay out there?
I'd probably go for a few weeks, maybe a month.
Perfect. Yeah, why not a month? Spend that time, make it worth it, right?
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much for that vision. What time of year would you go?
Summer, because it's Siberia. You don't want to go there in the winter.
No, I definitely want it in the summer. Can you guys see that in your own heads, what her vision looks like? We're going to Siberia in the summer to help kids, to help these schools with the computers. Create that vision, because at first she just said travel and help people in my country. That's it. Thank you so much, Marina. I appreciate you. So that is all she said. And as we're talking to people, creating this vision, I'm so happy that she already had it. She just shortened it up for us. But some people don't. There's so many times I have these conversations and they said, I want to travel more. Well, where would you go? I don't know. And they sit there and think, well, how long would you stay? I don't know, a week or two. Why not a month? She already said maybe a couple weeks or a month. She already had that vision because she's with ACN. She's had that already, but maybe when she first started, I know I was that person that didn't have that vision. There's so many people in this world that don't get to do things that they want to do in life because they don't think it's a possibility. And she's already had it planned out. The computers, help out in the schools, be able to support them and the kids. So as we're talking to prospects, start getting them to dream again. I do it all the time, whether it's someone I introduce the business to or not. Start getting them to dream again and envision these things. And why don't we do it is because of the fact that we don't think it can happen. That's the truth of it. So if you guys, I want to test your coachability. And I was so bad at this. When everyone says put together a vision board, I never did it. I said, I don't need it. I already know what I want up here, but I never really did. So if you guys haven't put together a vision board, put together a vision board. What do you want to see your life looking like? What do you want to see your health being like? Do you want to be fit? I put a picture of a girl in a bikini and I'm like, all right, we're going to do this hot summer body. We're going to rock it. So what did I do? I committed to 10 miles a week that I'm going to run no matter where I am at traveling. I've been running here, been waking up early but before everybody else, making sure I get my 10 miles a week in. Fitness goals. Do you want, dudes, let's do a big buff man. Let's get the muscles rocking. Get that up there. Where do you want to travel? The time of year, the house you want to live in, the car you want to drive. Why? Because when we see it, we truly can't believe it. Put it in your bathroom mirror, somewhere that you can see every day. This is something I never did because I'm like, oh, it's okay. I don't need to. And then I got to that point about 12 weeks ago. I know exactly when it was. And I said, stop, be coachable. You ask people, when I launch people, I ask them the number one thing is, can you be coachable? I got this from Mr. Trolley. If what I'm asking you to do makes sense, do it. If what I'm asking you to do doesn't make sense, do it. We need you to be coachable. So make these vision boards, whether it's on your phone, you can put it in your backdrop, whether it's at home, physically, you see it, you have it, and start envisioning these things. Because when you do it, now your team will follow. Now you can properly have these people, your kids, your grandkids, Maria, have them start thinking they're little. Have these babies telling you what they want to do. Because the way I see it is my grandma didn't do a bunch. She didn't do a lot. And I've always wanted to do more for her. And we had an event at Palm Desert. I was able to get her a room there. She had a blast, but her biggest complaint was that I worked too much. And I said, Grandma, I came out for an event. I just got you a room just so you can have fun and hang out by the pool, not me. But I was like, that's what I came out here for, is to work. But then I started thinking about, why not take vacations with her? We could take her wheelchair. My sister can come. We can help. We can do these things together. So start creating these visions, not only for yourself, but start asking those people around you, those loved ones, get them to dream again. That's why I do so much. That's why I travel so often, and I go everywhere and I experience all the experiences. I learned at a super young age that our days are numbered, you guys. They really are, and that's okay. It's not something to be sad about. It's something to celebrate, to know that, hey, why wait till tomorrow? Let's do these things. And my sister said, book a flight. I said, done. Where are we going? I didn't even know what was going on. No questions asked. Where are we going? Where am I booking into? Can you respond that way? Can we do something for ourselves and for the people around us and let them know, hey, you know what? Lorraine, she's living life. She's doing that. I want to have Lorraine's life. I get so many prospects saying, Roxann, I want to live the life you live. You look like you live a free life. And I'm like, I do, because I have nothing holding me back. It's how I react to things. I have nothing holding me back because I don't let anything hold me back. So here's the participation point. I want everybody to close their eyes. Close your eyes and start envisioning your future. Not if you're driving. Please, Zach, be careful. I saw him close his eyes. You're freaking me out. If you can. If not, keep your eyes open. But envision what your life looks like in 5 years, 10 years, what you want it to look like. You're waking up and there's no alarm clock. Depending on what your vision looks like, maybe there's roosters. Maybe you're on a farm. But what do you hear around you? What do you smell? For me, the air is crisp because I'm by the sea, I'm by the ocean. I've envisioned this. I hear waves crashing. What do you hear around you? What do you feel? And you're crawling out of bed. How big is your bed? What color is your duvet? Your walls? The curtains? Are they open or closed? Do you have blackout curtains because you like to sleep? What does it look like? Now your feet hit the floor. What kind of floor? Do you have a carpet? Is it hardwood? Are your slippers nearby? Do you slip them in the slippers? Can you already smell something cooking because you have your homemade chef making your breakfast for you? Or are you running out and hearing kids because now you have a compound with your family and all the kids and grandkids? What does it look like? What do you want for your future? Know that it's obtainable. Do you smell the bacon and the eggs? When you go outside, do you have a pool? What are you guys doing for the rest of your day? How big is your house? How many people are we helping create this vision for themselves, for their family? Open your eyes. Can you guys see that? If not, put something together for you. When I first started this vision quest, I didn't have anything. I said, I want a big house. I want a nice car. Well, what kind of car? What are you driving? Who are you hauling around in it? How many cars do you have? Do you have toys? I want a boat. I have envisions. I'm walking out onto the beach, walking out of my house. It's a whole bunch of mirrors, walking out and collecting my crab traps. I'm having fresh crabs straight out of the ocean. I'm a beach girl. I grew up in California. I know I live in Texas. I've been there for a long time. I miss my water. What kind of life do you want? And then I want to fly, have my private plane to Catherine's house. Catherine, we're going to hang out. We're going to have a glass of wine. We're going to enjoy sunset wherever you are. And then you know what? We're going to go over to Sherion's house and we're going to hang out with her and her family and have a barbecue and just enjoy life. And then we're going to, guess what? The next day, Mr. L. Thomas, or we're coming to go visit you. Whoop, whoop. He's like, come on board. Our lives are not indefinite. We do have a certain number of days. Now, I would pray it's not tomorrow, and that's okay. But live your life to the fullest. Know that these things are possible. Know that they're obtainable, but they're not obtainable unless you see it. Stop throwing mud against the wall and seeing what sticks, and I'll take whatever sticks. Stop doing that. You are worth so much more. You have so much more inside of you. Everybody that I see these faces with their cameras on, I've seen you on these calls every day. I know you want more. You are worth so much more. We just got to go out there and get it. You are blessed. You're not busy. We're blessed. We're blessed to have these days and have these people in our lives, and things happen and we got to pivot. It's okay. Pivot with it. It's okay. We're here for you to overcome these hurdles. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing week. I am so happy to end this month with you guys. And you know what? 2025, the end of 2025 is near. We're already at that halfway point, and it is going to be amazing for every single one of you guys because I can see your vision boards. I can see it happening. Oh, real quick, these vision boards. I want to tell a quick little story. I have a friend. So we started these vision boards 12 weeks ago. I told you this. And they do a whole bunch of traveling themselves, husband and wife couple. And they had a house in Mexico. They already envisioned their house and what it's going to look like and said, okay, you know what? By the end of this year, we're going to have set aside for this house $100,000 and we're going to buy this house cash. It is going to happen no matter what. Before the vision board, they never had that plan in place. They never thought about it. It might have been way too far. One day. It was one day we wanted this. And guess what happened? Within, it's like 10 weeks, they had $80,000 saved in their Mexico house fund. 80,000. And hearing their testimony and story is like, I don't even know where this money came from. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, it just came and it was so unexpected. And all these things are happening and all these things are coming into place because we envisioned it, because it was there. We were ready to receive it. Are you ready to receive what's coming your way? Are you ready for it? You're not ready if you don't see it. Get ready. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. All right. I don't know if I'm passing it back to Harrison, Mr. Thomas. I love y'all both. I see you both on the call, but thank you guys so much.
Hey, I say I appreciate you. I got people looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm like, yes. So I'm like, okay, calm down a little bit. But thank you so much. Let me tell you this. I stinking love ACN. Just watching you and how you are showing up and what you're sharing with us, you're getting a chance to heal and to grieve and a moment of freedom. Everyone does get that freedom. You might get 1 or 2 days. You don't have to ask for permission. You have a chance to show up for your family. Where do you need me? Where do you do? And it's just it's amazing. You cannot get that anywhere. And just as you said, it's in the what ifs. It's in the what ifs, good people. What if? And do you have a plan in mind? And even though you didn't say this, what I'm saying is you took those emotional actions, they're controlled, and moved it into your ACN business. Now you have this, and you pivot. It is. Ugh, I'm telling you, when I say Roxann, I just love it. I love it. So thank you for that and the vision board on that. I am coachable. I'm very much coachable. It is not just about making the vision board, but it also manifests different things to you that you're putting in place. This is the emotion of action that you're putting in place.